I went through all of today with a sore throat, and so I was getting worried. I was like, it's gonna be hard to record today because my throat hurts, and is my throat gonna hurt the whole day? Am I just gonna have to record a video with a hurt throat? But luckily, it started to subside right towards the end of the day. It's not completely gone away, but it's feeling a lot better, so now I can do this damn video. It's time for Oshinoko Season 2, Episode 11. We're very close towards the end of the season. I mean, we're close to the end of the anime season in general, as in, like, all of the shows are coming towards their end, which is both exciting because I like seeing these shows have their, like, climaxes, in whatever way that they consider that to be. So some shows it's like, oh, this is the major part of the arc, and some shows like this, it's like, oh, we have a smaller arc instead at the end of the season. But whatever it is, I like coming towards the end of the season, and also the excitement of next season is coming. So I mean, stick around for the next anime season because there's some really good shows coming next season that I'm so excited about. Like, really, like, next season's the most I've been excited for an anime season in a while, I feel like. So I'm really looking forward to that. But let's first watch Oshinoko Season 2, Episode 11. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction and early access exclusive videos. Lots of other great stuff for this channel. But yeah, let's jump into this. This is Oshinoko Season 2, Episode 11. Her trip is made. You have to get your own. Do you want to go shopping tomorrow? Damn, he just agreed to your date like that. She's so cute. He's gonna want cute. But I mean, realistically, he's not gonna care. Oh, I love. Yeah. That's my sort of style. I love it. Like how she changed her voice. Oh, that's a cute outfit. This is so cute so far. He got her one? Nice lie. I think the coffee had a little heart on it. Yeah. That's so cute. I wonder if it's like her order, like what she normally gets. Aww. Didn't let that fool you. You said you'd pay for it. Well, you said I'll pay for it. And he's doing it anyway. That's nice, Aqua. He doesn't even realize what he's doing, because why would he? Does it match yours or something? Oh, right, that's right. I forgot about that. I think maybe just because it's the plainest color. Oh, that's really sweet. But that's also true. It goes with her outfit. Yeah, you're gonna go to dinner together? Woman after my own heart. I love meat. He did reserve. He's the perfect man, other than his cluelessness. And the murderous intent, I guess.
予約してるじゃん。さっきの会話、私が帰ろうって言ったらどうするつもりだったの？しかも女の子の扱いに手慣れすぎてない？
そうか。
That meat looks delicious, but there's so little of it.
それにしても高校生離れしてるわよ。
Yeah.
今までこういう感
When
じ
he's
で
got
女の子
40 years of
転がしてき
practice
たん
or
じゃない
whatever.
の？
ここ十数年は
Mm-hmm.
楽しませようとしてくれてたんだ。
Mm-hmm.
そんなこと言っちゃって、茜とはどうするつもりな
It's
の？
all for work.
そろそろ答えを出そうと思ってる。
Mm.
もういいのかもと思ってて。だから今更だけど、
Damn.
ちゃんと考えてる。
Yeah, the revenge was really clouding his mind, and now it's gone.
別にいいでしょ。今はあんたの話をしてるの。
あ、そうだったな。
Oh, wow. Aqua showing the slightest bit of warmth goes a long way because he never does.
どこに？このテンションだとお持ち帰られちゃう。連れてかれちゃう。
Okay, now you're going crazy. Did I see Aqua smiling a bit there? Like he knew she'd be freaking out?
普通に送られた。
And now she's pissed.
期待。
He played everything perfectly and she's pissed off at the end. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's sad. Accidentally scrolled back to that. And you have that photo saved. You creep.
どうするんだろう。
Gosh. We got so much Kana focus.
チーズだっておじさんみたい。
言わないのか。
どういう
It's so funny.
多分男はみんなキモいって思ってるぞ。
Yeah, a
寝
little.
不足では
Yeah.
肌が綺麗に見えなんでそんなこと言うかなもう。
I get both sides of that. I do think it kind of makes the photo look worse, but I get you're trying to cover imperfections.
茜を手元に置いておく必要もなくなった。
So you're gonna drop
こ
her,
いつ。けれど、
but still she's ride or fucking die.
茜みたいな若くて未来のある子。
Yeah, if you're not gonna
でもいいな。
be the right person
宮
for
崎
her.
旅行。年末年始は毎年家族で海外とか行くけど。
めちゃくちゃ育ちがいいからじっくり話をしなきゃいけないと思っていたし。
That's kind of a scary thing to say to your partner.
アクア君は。
Yeah.
そろそろ私と
Like
別れたい
everyone
んだ
feels that coming when you say something like that.
いけないのは嫌だよ。
Mm-hmm.
そういう話をするなら。
Yes, that is the mature response. Can we just do it now so I can know what's going on? I mean, he shouldn't have said that at all if he wanted to talk to
もう
her
半
there.
年くらい。
これは番組の形式上始まった関係で。本物
I mean, if you wanted it to be real, it could be.
そうだよね。本当の恋人
I
じゃ
think
ない
Akane legitimately loves you. Oh, pretty nails.
私はもう必要ない？何かの役に立てた？
That's a sad
知
response.
ってるよ。他に利用できそうだからそばにいたってことくらい。
Oh, the bridge. I don't know if this is the same bridge, but
知ってるのはそれだけじゃない。
Akane and Aqua being on a bridge together again.
この場所だ。
It is the same bridge.
君がここで私を助けてくれたのに知ってる。
God, that episode's so
アクア君に
incredible.
キスされていい。アクア君とならキスだって。
Oh my god. She's so cute. There's so many great girls in the show.
ほら、そうやってごまかしてさ。
Yeah,
素直
let's
に思ってる
fucking
こと
talk
言っ
about
て
it.
よ。しない交際とか意味ないって思ってるでしょ。
思ってねえよ。思ってるか思ってないかの二択を迫られたら、思ってるに決まってるだろ
I。mean, that's a legitimate feeling.
あるよ。
ない感じじゃねえ。
今まで男の人と付き合ったことないんだから。
That's real.
そうだよ。だから
You don't really know what it's supposed to feel like.
別に別れることに反対してない。でもさ、君が抱えてるものを
Oh,
少しだけ預けられる人が必
you
要だと思
don't
って。
make yourself that, Akane. That's
もうそれはいいんだ。
That's tough.
100結構お値段かかったんじゃない？
Oh, I haven't
500万は使ったと
even thought about that, but yeah, the
監督のところ
cost.
でもらったバイト代とかこそこそネットで内職したりな。
Damn.
演技に打ち込んでみるのもいい。ようやく俺は
Oh, look at Akane's eyes.
自由に。
Oh shit. Oh my gosh, this season and its like animation sequences.
ごめんね。結構ヘビーな話だったから、ちょっと
All the
体調が。
music right
ごめん
now.
ね。故郷だ。結婚。無理心中。
Oh, she's putting more pieces together. Holy shit.
だからこんな簡単な抜け穴に気づかない。でも気づいてしまえば、
Mhm.
復讐のためだけに生きるよ。
So you know his conclusion's wrong, but you can't tell
どうし
him
よ
because it just makes him miserable.
う。でもそれはママを忘れるってことじゃなくて、
Oh, he couldn't.
きっと。
Oh my god. That fucking
星野ルビー
smile and
美人に
voice.
育ったね。
Oh,
さすが君と僕の子だ。
oh my god. Holy shit. What a great episode. Man, what a brilliant episode. I loved that. I mean, it kind of reminded me of a first season episode. Like I've loved the second season so far. But it felt like a different show. But that's fine because it was, as I said, the play arc was like my favorite arc back when I first experienced oshinoko. But it was done beautifully in the anime. It was amazing. Like this episode reminded me of like what Oshinoko season 1 felt like, which is like these, you know, kind of beautiful slice of lifey moments, and then it suddenly like has some like realization or twist or like intense moment, dramatic moment that the anime just does beautifully. Like the way they do the editing and the animation and the music and the sound design, like everything about it makes those moments fucking hit. Like they really, really hit. So like this moment where you have like Aqua is in the most peaceful state that he has been in since he before he died. He is like in Aqua's entire life, like not counting the doctor, but in Aqua's entire life, he has never felt this at peace. Oh, maybe when he was a kid, but even then, like it was like I think he was still recovering and figuring out what the fuck, you know, I died, and he was getting used to that and getting used to this life. And it was probably like strange and unsettling for him still. But now he's at a position where it's like, okay, I'm finally starting to heal and move on a little bit. I don't have this cloud, this dark cloud constantly hanging over me. And yet in that scene, you know, it's got some beautiful little music and the voice acting is wonderful and the animation is like cute and sweet. But then you just start to see Akane in the background, her eyes just like lose all the light in them, and then the music slowly shifts to ominous, and I really, really love the way they did it. Like, it just gave you this feeling of like, oh, it's all warm and fuzzy, it's all warm and fuzzy, hold on, why do I have chills? What's going on? It's so effective. And then the scene of Akane walking home, and it's just like she's freaking out, and we can feel her freaking out from the way that the music is building and the fact that, you know, it cuts in animation of someone behind her or whatever. It's just, it's so cool. Yeah, I like the dilemma of, okay, so he's someone I care about a lot. Whether or not she romantically loves him, she doesn't even properly know, which is a very real thing. Like if you, so a lot of the time, you know, you might be in a romantic relationship or starting to get into one or whatever, and you can't tell if what you feel is romantic love or not. It's really difficult. And like, sometimes it's clear to you. Like sometimes you're like, oh my god, I love this person and I know that I love them and it's amazing. But sometimes you're like, hang on, I think I really, really like this person. I think I really like being with them. I think I like hanging out with them and spending time with them, but I don't think I love them. But sometimes you also will think that and you'll go, oh, maybe I really, really like this person, and then it turns into love, or you go, actually no, I do love them, or something, you know. Sometimes it can develop. It's complicated. Feelings are complicated, and so that's a very legitimate thing for her to be saying, is like, I love you? I don't know, but I want to be by your side right now. But you know, someone that you love, you find out, you know, they confide in you and they say like, hey, this thing was really bothering me, it was really screwing with me, but now I've got an answer to it, and so I'm now satisfied, and this is the most satisfied I've been in a long time. And Akane figures out, well, like, it's not true. What you think is true isn't, and I know it's not true, so like, what does she do? Like, does she tell him? Because he kind of has a right to know, and if he finds out in other ways, he might find out in ways that are more shocking to him. Maybe you can break it to him in a kinder way, but at the same time, it's possible he never finds out, and if you tell him, you are taking that happiness away from him almost. Like, it's not her responsibility necessarily, but at the same time, like, you know, you'd never know if you were the one to take away their happiness and maybe they never get it back, you know. And speaking of it not being her responsibility, that, like, she said in this episode, you know, I don't necessarily want a romantic relationship with you, but I think you need someone to shoulder the burden, which I see that's said a lot of the time in media, and a lot of the time in anime and especially and stuff like that. And it is, like, simultaneously a beautiful sentiment, and also, you probably shouldn't do that. I can't. Like, shouldering the burden, helping someone get through tough times is one thing. That's great. That can be really good. But shouldering the burden is almost like, I'm going to, like, take on a piece of this for you. And, like, I think shouldering the burden of problems in your life is something that romantic partners do tend to do a lot. And that kind of comes with having a romantic partner. If you're a person with empathy, is a lot of the time you tend to shoulder the burdens of your partner. So if they are struggling with something, a lot of the time it's going to affect you. It might affect your life, as in, because they are struggling with this, you won't be doing as much stuff with them, or you might have to cancel stuff, or you might have to, you know, do stuff for them. But it also might affect you emotionally. I know it sure as hell affects me emotionally. I mean, things that my friends feel affect me emotionally, like really heavily emotionally. If I am seeing my friends talk about how they're like really upset, or they're depressed, or they're in a bad place, it can really, really get me down. Even if I'm in a great place and I'm not with them physically, and I'm not even like, even if I'm not really talking to them, but I see that they said that, it might, like, this sounds harsh, it might kill my mood, but I'm not saying that to blame them. It's not their fault that that's happening. That's the way that it affects my my body, is like, I start to think about them and worry about them, and it sort of drags me down. I think that's a nice thing, like giving myself a little bit of introspection. It's nice that I feel that way, because I think it means I care about these people, and I do want to be a positive change in people's lives, and like, I will try to help people. But I think there's something with carrying the burden of people that I think we should try to not do as much. Especially people who are highly empathetic. It's I think if you carry a lot of people's burdens, especially if you have burdens of your own, you might end up spiraling. You might end up falling from a great height that you didn't have to fall from. You know, you see someone falling off of a high cliff, and they don't have a parachute. You're basically jumping off so that you can both hit the ground together. It's nice to give them company, but you'll end up dying in the process, you know? Like, it's a really difficult thing, I think, being someone who cares about other people and is empathetic, because you have to find a balance, I think, between self-care and caring for others. And I think, like, it's basically like self-care is high up and then caring for others is like a little bit below, you know? You definitely have to care for others. You also have to care about yourself. And you should make sure that you yourself are taken care of first, and then everyone else. So when someone like Akane says, like, I'm going to shoulder some of your burden, like, I worry about her, because we've seen that Akane had her own burdens in the past, and yes, Aqua helped her out of it. I also don't think Aqua was shouldering her burdens when he did that. He helped her without taking on those burdens, in my opinion, at least, from my perspective on the situation back in season 1 when she was suicidal and almost jumped off that bridge, right? He like came and saved her and helped her and talked to her about it, and he was thinking about her, but I don't think he was shouldering those burdens necessarily. I don't think he was like, it was completely clouding his mind and that was all that he was thinking about, and that he was letting himself be dragged down into the depths with her. He was assisting her in whatever ways he could. And sometimes there's nothing you can do. And if there's nothing you can do, the sad thing is you kind of have to take a step back and go, okay, there's nothing I can do, so I'm not going to do anything, because I can't. I just have to focus on getting my own mood better, which you sometimes feel like shit doing that, because you're getting your own mood better and their mood's getting worse, or their mood's staying bad. Like, do you deserve to be happy? But I think you do, you know? So because Akane has had that in the past, I worry about her shouldering his burdens. But at the same time, like, maybe she knows what she can take now. Maybe she's come out of it stronger and she understands, you know, she tends to understand other people really well. Maybe she's gotten better introspection. Maybe she understands herself even stronger and is able to, you know, work through that herself. If she has the capacity to shoulder his burdens and still be very happy herself, then yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, I know that was a long tangent, but it is my read on the situation with Akane and Aqua, and I think it is a really interesting thing taking into account these characters. But Kana, we got a whole half episode of Kana and Aqua on a date, and it was so adorable. I love Kana. Kana's my favorite character in the show. I love her so much. She's so funny and so adorable, and just like seeing all of this from her perspective is great. And it's also really sad because it's like she has all these expectations, and then she sets herself like low expectations, and then she goes back and forth between them, right? Like, she'll have the highest expectations in the world, and then she'll go, oh no, but it's Aqua, so it's actually gonna be super shit. And then he surprises her a little bit, and when he surprises her, she shoots her expectations up to the sky again. And basically by the end of the day ends up letting herself down. And it's like, Kana is just a constant spiral up, spiral down, spiral up, spiral down, and she can't help it. You know, she will look at that photo that she took on the date, a selfie of her and Aqua, and feels so good that she accidentally scrolls back to a photo of Akane doing the same thing, and then she feels like shit again. And she can't help it. Like, she can't be happy without tearing herself down. But then when she tears herself down, she like is so low that the smallest happy thing will bring her super high into the sky again. But that's why we love her. She's great. And the final thing, this is the most minor thing in the episode, but they were talking about the filters on photos and stuff. And like Aqua going, hey, do you like, why do you always put those dots on your face? And then Akane goes, what, don't you think they're cute? And Aqua goes, well, I think most guys think they're gross. And then she goes, well, the filter helps, with, I forgot what exactly she said, but essentially like covers the bags under your eyes and stuff like that. It makes your skin look better, right? I have had that conversation from both sides, I think. Like I've had that conversation with women in the past where I've been the one to say like I don't think it looks good. And I've also had the conversation with other guys who say it looks like shit, and I'm saying, well, they do it because it, makes their skin look better. And also, the main thing is a lot of the time they're not doing it for you, and that's really what matters, Like sometimes people won't feel comfortable with themselves. Like they wouldn't post this photo otherwise. So the only way they're comfortable posting this photo is if they put this filter on it, because otherwise they'll just be like thinking about that imperfection that they could see in the photo or whatever. So I guess my opinion of it, which again, my opinion on it doesn't matter, but my opinion on it is, yes, the filters make the photo look worse, and I think make the person look worse, in my opinion, because I don't know, it sort of looks so unnatural that it just comes across as not very attractive to me. But I also am a big believer in I want people to post photos of themselves. I like people sharing content about themselves and content that makes them feel good about themselves. And so I would rather see that than not see anything. And sometimes the alternative is I wouldn't see anything because they wouldn't be confident enough to post a photo of themselves, because they would be too self-conscious about something that's in that photo. And that's fair enough. I'd rather see that your beautiful faces, no matter who you are, on my timeline than not see them. So yeah, again, unasked for opinion, but that's all my discussion sections are, aren't they? They're me giving my unasked for opinions. Anyway, that is Oshinoko Season 2, Episode 11. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.